Sorry, my thing got cut off. Got this really low quality XP extenders from. It's really old, so it just needs to be replaced. Anyway, I've got like the mouse, and I also have the. I've got the mouse, and I also have the microphone attached to this thing. So whenever that thing goes out, it's like all the memory goes out because this computer basically has no memory. My other computer is in a place where it's too loud. All right, so moving on. So, what I noticed since this last recording got cut off was that this right here is a word for letting people know your measurements. So this is, and each of them 2 or 3 gallons worth, essentially. Those which measure. Containing 2 or 3 firkins apiece. So this is essentially the way to say contains. Each of them contained 2 or 3 gallons. So you're using the word gallons with the ablative or the locative here, and then you have elkikanol, the same nol that's in trenol. This elkike is related to not sure if it's spelled right. Oh, hold on. I can't remember how they spell it. I just saw this in here. My age, because it also means age. I literally just found out that it can also mean age. Yeah. So you see El Keek. You see the El Keek. You'll see El Keek. Michael Keek, as I am. Keek. So El Keek we win as much as the size that it is. This is El Kike. And then we have see what we have Tejanol. There's no L in this language really. Ton is like the amount of times, and ton each time morning 6 times ton of a kind. Tanu. So so this is like each that measure, those which measure, right? So those which measure, or we should just say those that measure. Those that measure. This is like saying, ink. Ink. Plus this word equals, it's like so many blah blah worth. System of measurement. It's worth. So if you're like buying, like, I don't know, if you're buying like candy or something, like, I guess you could say like, let us say you're looking for like a pound of meat. Maybe you could say like wiyusunk. You could say wiyusunk elkikanol. Wiyusunk elkikanol. Meat's worth. That doesn't make any sense. You could say like 3 bottles worth, right? 3 bottles worth. So you could say naha hakakwink, naha hakakunk terreno elkikeno. 3 bottles worth. Of alcohol. You could say of alcohol, right? 6 gallons worth. You could say, and you could put alcohol after this, right? You could say naha. You could say like naha hakuk, naha hakuk. We sakim akikano. 3 cups or 3 bottles of wine. Because this connects to the number, and then you put whatever you want after that, and then yeah, that's pretty cool though. Very, very cool. And then the next one, Nana, or did I finish this? Yeah. Ok Natali Lematatepani Kutash Terreno. Kutash Terreno Achsini a monkey Hakakwal. Bihatek Enta Kishihitit Chuak Elilanichtit Wemi Memoyakok Nisha Shita Naha Kalon Tink El Kikano. So I'm not looking at the translation here. So there they laid 6 of them. Like 6 big stone bottles in the place where water is always at, where they were washing each other, is the Jews' purifying place, is literally what this is saying. Each one of them had 2 or 3 gallons worth. Firkins apiece. Pots of stone. So I'm assuming they had a whole bunch of this stone that they had. Stone being oxen. As a matter of fact, let's look that up real quick. It might be oxen. Yeah, stone or rock. So sunny stones, rocky stone of stones. Okay, so nana nagamaweng wadalapanyo nel kanaki takwik pakachupik film pakachupik mbi nel hakakwa. Fill these bottles with water. Fill them up with water. Okanane watelosinawop wemi wolchu panewawa. So he did them, or all of the whatever wolchu and panewawa, they did it. That's what I'm getting out of that. They filled it up to the brim, filled water pots, and they filled them up to the brim. They did so all. They filled them up with water. They did so. Okay. They filled them up with water. They filled them with water. Bottles. Just making sure my thing's uploaded. Okay. Bottles. Fill them with pakachupek. Fill them with Chu is supposed to be fill. Chu Holton. I filled it. Chupe. Filled up water to the brim. Chupe. Chupek. Fill up the water with brim. Fill up to the water. Yeah, fill up to the brim. Chupek. Pakah. I do not know what the pakah is supposed to be. Might have something to do with water. I don't know. But we could also say the same about Wachup and Awawa. But the Chupeg means fill them with. Pakah, I don't know. I gotta look that up later. Verse 8. Mechikishi whenever they finish doing it. They already finished doing it. No, we're telling them, you quit on Shimok. On Shimok. You could look what. Winchiyek. Okay, the rest of this text at the bottom here is very, it's a little bit over my head. So a lot of these things I don't even know myself. I mean, I could finish this up. There's just some things I want to like go in and look up. In these Mitsawaka and the Meshantanka when he tastes it. Meshantanka. Petawanewap. They brought it to him. Because I'm like, what does draw out mean? Draw out now, drown, and bear, and drain it. Alright, we'll do it. We'll do this on Chimok. Take it along. So Walitak means he makes it, but the wah in front of Walitak means it's whenever you duplicate something in Lenape, you're either talking about something that's going to happen over and over again, as you can see in there. I wrote a post about this on my blog, either on my blog or on my Instagram, my Link Shack Music Instagram. I was noticing that whenever you take the first syllable of the word, right, like woolly, now we know what woolly, right? You do woolly. It's the same with mom. It's the same with mahalt, like michi. Yeah, there's like mom halt. There's like mahalt, which is like to eat an animal, and then mom halt, which is like, I believe it's like to eat continuously. That's something like that. But there's other verbs besides that one that are kind of like it keeps on happening continuously. So this is the one for woolly. So that's good to know. Where he or she is. Actually, I know this a little bit better than that. They brought it to him in the past because it ends in the op. Meets a walk on the food. He said to them. He told them. Said to sounds like it came out of the Bible. even though I don't think about that half the time. Kishiliti. So Kishiliti, this is they finished Kishi, and then Lisi, they do. And this just means that it's happening, that they did it. Kishiriti. When they finished doing it. Something. Just put it in there as a 4. Because I kind of already knew what was going on there. And then Mitsuwakan is just another word for food. Hamichink, Mitsuwakan, Michowakan. Wali, Wehwaliwak. Webelitok. He who continuously makes it. Not habitually. Because habitually is a wehwe. Wehwebuli. So what gun? It is done. He is not able to know it. The bridegroom. I was thinking earlier that this she was like immediately, but that's shy. It's a different word. That's what we're called. That which is good. When they are satisfied, you kept it. Witches. Oh, that means witches first. Okay. Yeah, and then his power. Because Chitan Esawakan is strength. Power. I didn't even know what the word. I know that Sihu. I know Sihu will end has something to do with like power. It means powerful, I think. They obeyed him. Okay. So we're almost done with this. I thought I would be able to finish this because I didn't think it was going to be this many words I didn't know, but yeah. But there's the whole thing. Unami. Nah. Well, talk. Nah, talk means a welcome. Meshantanke, we saw him. When she and pink. Kishithink. Och Matakoski. Owatawan Winchiyag. Shock. Kenaki Tahasik. Owatonawop.